Welcome back to Unkind TV, everyone. We're George and Martha.
Hello.
And today we are recapping The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 2, Cheatin' Heart. Poor Portia.
I mean, you look good though today, Martha. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. I just knew that was such a non sequitur. Like, oh, poor Portia. Well, you look good today.
I'm trying.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A rare moment of kindness. From
See?
me.
And you can't even say thank you. There's...
The taglines are back. I was wondering about that.
They usually skip the opening in the first episode.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I would prefer to just hear the new taglines.
I know. I think they want to recap like the entire past season and it takes up too much time. But they're back, Martha.
Kenya's is, I was gone with the wind, but now I'm back and twice as fabulous. She's back.
She's back. And what was the second part? Gone with him fabulous and...
No, I was gone with the wind, but now I'm back and twice as fabulous.
Okay, well, we hope so.
Her baby's fabulous.
Her baby.
I really love the baby.
You love babies.
But hers in particular is like really, really like a little doll.
It is, yeah.
Eva's is, I'm living my dream, not above my means. I don't know if that's about her money rumors from last season.
Probably.
I wasn't impressed with that one. I don't want it to look like I'm beating up on Eva. I just didn't like the tagline.
I understand. It's I'm indifferent to it.
Portia's is definitely my favorite.
Mine too.
This phoenix has risen and I'm saying, bye ashes.
It's perfect. It's
That
perfect.
is the best tagline.
Because it also is just her and her like sense of humor, her sensibilities. Perfect.
She's a funny lady.
She's so funny. And that's why one of the reasons why I don't like seeing her going through this, because selfishly I feel we're being robbed of her sense of humor.
Yeah, because she's hurting, but she's still funny. She was
is.
making jokes last time.
Oh, at the party, yeah.
I know a lot of people were writing us that everybody tried to warn her and she went ahead anyway, but come on. I mean, we've all been in situations like this where everybody told you something was bad and then you get screwed and it's like, you still deserve compassion, right?
Yeah.
Cynthia's is
I'm thirsty.
The only time I look back is to see how far I've come. I like that one too.
Hey, that's Cynthia. I think she is that kind of person.
I want to put that on my car.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't.
No.
I just, in my head for a moment, I thought it would make a nice bumper sticker.
It's too long.
It is too long. Candy's is, don't check me unless you've got a check for me. I feel that.
That's Candy. Yeah, she's always working. Always.
I have a lot of respect for her.
It stresses me out. How many businesses? I think 6.
But she seems to handle it well.
I guess certain people are just born
Wired that way?
Yeah.
I can barely handle one thing at a time.
No. It took me 3 hours to set up these lighting things.
Yeah, somebody was like, you should start another channel for like, makeup stuff. I was like, oh, no. This is all going to go on one channel. I'm not going to have 2 channels.
No.
No, thank you. No way. Someone's like, just make a makeup channel. No. It's just going to be part of this. It'll be like a little side project.
It is.
The Martha's Makeup series.
Exactly.
No way. 2 channels?
No.
I can barely respond to the comments on this one.
I know. We love the comments, though.
We do. I mean, I do go back and
They're
look.
They're so good.
And last but certainly not least is Nene's tagline. I'm on a spiritual journey, but I'm still traveling first class.
That's Nene.
It's Nene. It's cute.
That's Nene.
I can't hate Nene. I just can't do it. There's something about her that I really like. I know everything you say about her is true, and I agree with all of it. It's just that she's a likable monster.
No, it's true. It is true.
She reminds me of Ramona in that way. A likable monster. And I also feel for Nene. I think she has a lot of heart.
She She's damaged. She's damaged.
So are we. Candy and Cynthia meet up and they are waiting for Portia to arrive. And I'm very distracted by Candy's bra situation because it's flattening her out so badly and you can see she's like ready to burst from it. And I felt like, oh my God, it must be so uncomfortable.
That's what I
like
was thinking.
so tight. I mean, I've never had that problem.
I've never seen that problem.
I have the problem where my bra is too big because I have nothing. And like you can see, no, but you can see the shirt like going in to the cup.
Oh, wow.
My bras don't fit me. I think I have like one of those weird half-size deals going on.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't know. I was distracted by it for a moment.
I was too.
But they're not happy that Kenya decided to go tell Portia about this woman sincerely. But here's what I was thinking. Are they right to be annoyed with Kenya? They are, but they did not have to tell Kenya what they were talking about that day. They could have told Kenya it's private. You told Kenya the whole story, knowing how Kenya is. Like, what did you think was going to happen? If I really, really, really wanted to be strict about this, if I was like, no way, this is very sensitive, we're going to talk to Portia at the right time, I'd be like, Kenya, I'm sorry, it's nothing personal. This is a private matter. Can't tell you right now. You'll find out in a day. You know? Why tell her? In full detail.
In the moment, too. You're not even going to think about it.
Yeah, they gave her not just the tea, they gave her the whole kettle. Here you go.
They gave her, and they just poured it on her.
Yep, here you go.
Yeah.
You don't tell the blabbermouth, who you know is making a comeback this season. Why would you give her fodder to advance her storyline? Maybe it was on purpose because they need to advance the story.
I think that it is, unfortunately.
Now I'm starting to think that I was giving Candy the benefit of the doubt that maybe she didn't know Sincerely was there. Maybe she didn't, but then once she figured it out, she like did her job where it's like, okay, give the Sincerely thing sincerely too.
Well, somebody in the comment section mentioned that she probably did know because I kept forgetting that it is her restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yes, I feel like though, just because it's her restaurant, of course they need permission to film. They don't need permission to send somebody to have a meal there.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
No.
I don't know. Candy doesn't strike me as a liar is the thing. She's just so adamant that she didn't know.
Candy's just, she doesn't strike me as a liar either. She just strikes me as someone who's either really busy or really tired.
Yeah.
That's Candy.
That's the thing. That's why I'm like, I don't know. It's like when people on the OC are saying Shannon Bedour is the puppet master. I'm like, Shannon can't even put her shoes on.
No.
Like, really?
No.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I just was like, you can't be so mad at Kenya when you know that's just who Kenya is. Portia arrives. She says she's late because she just couldn't get herself out the door. I understand. It's really hard when you're depressed. I feel like she's putting on a good face with these ladies. It is like...
It's the worst.
Moving through
so
molasses.
bad.
And you're a guy who doesn't like do a lot of vanity stuff.
Oh, I can't.
And you know the feeling of like how hard it is just to take a shower. Then to put your makeup on. And forget it. It's like such an effort. I'm glad she showed up. She says that she is not eager to go back to work because she was going to, and then she was crying about how she's going to have to leave the baby. I understand that. I wouldn't want to leave my baby.
Well, yeah, I think that's pretty common.
But she's also depressed. I don't think it's all about the baby. I think she's just not ready with everything on her plate. Then Portia's talking about how she was able to breastfeed for 3 weeks and she gave up. I understand.
Now that's a short period of time, right?
Yeah, I think most people try to do it like 6 months to a year at least. But it's horrible.
I know of a woman who breastfed her child till she was quite old.
I know a lot of people like that. It's good for the baby.
I mean, the child could stand.
Oh, I know people that did it till the kid was like 5 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Really? You did too?
Whatever floats your boat. Okay, I don't want to be judgmental. It is a little weird though. Like, you know, you have to know that what you're doing is like not the norm. Portia having trouble with it is very common. She just couldn't keep up with it. And it's a lot of work. You have to pump. And then if you don't like pump
It
and you
hurts.
oh my God, it hurts. And then you dry up and lose all the milk. You have to do so much. It's
and
a lot.
You can't drink.
And it
right?
hurt. You pump and dump.
And that's what she was saying she was doing.
Yeah. And then like, I don't know. I witnessed my mom go through it. It's agonizing. It is so painful because the skin cracks and everything.
Portia, who's pretty much alone doing it as well.
No help. Well, she has Miss Diane, but still. So Portia is like lighthearted, teasing Candy about, and Cynthia like, why didn't you tell me about this sincerely lady? And Candy's like, well, I wasn't going to be so quick to tell you anything about this guy after what happened. I was a little afraid to say anything. I do not blame Candy one bit for that. That she was not going to be the first one to call her up and be like, guess what?
Yeah.
I met Sincerely from the blogs. Like, no way.
No.
I am on Candy's side with that. 100%. I mean, she was still going to tell her, but...
Exactly.
Leave it to Kenya. Cynthia and Candy are pressing Portia, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
They don't know the whole story. They just know something happened. And they're, like, not trying to be nosy, but they're like, can you, like, you know? And Portia's dancing around it. And Candy's like, is this just cheating? Because a lot of people just, like, get over cheating. I think it's so funny how she's like, just cheating? As if that wouldn't be enough to devastate her. But I think she feels like, whoa, like...
There's got to be something. Because there's all these rumors going around.
I know.
So I think she wants
She's like, I hope, like, that's not the case, you know? But I think they're wondering, is that why Portia won't come out and say it? Like, I think they feel like cheating is so common. Why wouldn't Portia just say he cheated? She's making them think, like, oh, my God. Like, is that whole bestiality thing true? Oh, imagine it was. Oh, my God.
Martha, no. I don't want to think... People, that is a real thing.
Yeah, but I have also seen many a housewife not want to talk about cheating.
Oh,
it's
I know.
Embarrassing.
I know, but I mean, yeah. It is embarrassing. Embarrassing.
What?
Nothing.
You making fun of me?
No.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
So Portia makes it known that this guy is out of the house. And they're like, so how are you, like, the baby? And she says she's really, really trying hard to co-parent with him. Like, she keeps her drama in her messages separate from baby stuff. Because she's like, even if it is uncomfortable for me, I'm not going to interfere in his relationship with PJ. Which is admirable. I'm glad she's being mature about that. Because a lot of people would be like, now you're not going to know your baby. You're done. She's being good about that.
Yeah.
Ooh. So Portia just casually goes, well, when he asked for the ring back, she's the one who's supposed to be like, here's your ring back. Or no, don't ever give the ring back. But, you know, that ring, she should never give it back. That is messed up.
That would have been the nail in the coffin for me.
After he's the one who did wrong, he says, give me the ring back.
That bothers me. That bothers me. That says something about his character. Right?
It's not like she's the one who cheated. Then I could see him saying, I want the ring back. He cheated on her while she was carrying their child. And he said, give the ring back. It's one thing to wrong somebody, but the way you handle it.
Even if you want the ring back, just don't expect to get the ring back.
Wait to see how it plays out.
Exactly.
And if you're really not going to be together anymore.
I'm sorry, but can I have the ring back?
Yeah, it was a lot of money. That was a very expensive ring. I could see. Well, I mean, legally, I think he would win.
Yeah.
Almost always they say give the ring back, but still, like that
says something about him, and I don't like it.
He's vindictive. It's like punishing her for having a problem with what he did. Oh, you're mad that I cheated on you while you were pregnant? You're going to throw me out? Give me the ring back. He should have just left with his tail between his legs and been like, sending her on more rings.
Yeah.
I'll get you a bigger diamond.
Instead, he sends roses.
Dead roses.
Dead roses.
You know, Candy points out, Portia, you don't look like yourself. You showed up in flats, and that reminded me of how I was this summer.
You wear boots.
It was flip-flops.
Oh, I must have...
I wouldn't wear Uggs in July. It was
you were wearing something.
Flip-flops.
Yeah, I tuned that out.
I showed up here in sweats and flip-flops, and he was like, Martha. Because when you're depressed, you just cannot. I was like, I don't care. I just would do my face, do my hair, and just show up. It's like too much effort to walk in heels. You're just so tired trudging through your heartbreak. You know, I like what Candy says. She's like, you got to remember who you are, Portia. I have to remember that too. And then Cynthia tells Portia, from now on, if I hear anything about this guy, I will let you know. I want to hope you would do the same for me. And Portia goes, well, I haven't heard anything about your man. She's like, thank God. And they hug, and Portia's grateful they took her out.
I love Cynthia.
I do too.
I love all these women. I really do.
I do too. I seriously do. I don't have a problem with any of them, even the ones that are supposed to be the villains. I love them.
Well, we'll see how we feel in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's true. We are with Eva at Dish, where she is still covering for Portia. Portia's on an extended leave, and Eva says she's just about had it. She's ready for Portia to come back. And Cynthia calls. And Cynthia lets Eva know that the other ladies had a lot to say about her. She brings it up so perfectly. She's like, I loved your little workout Barbie costume. It was my favorite. By the way, everybody was talking about you after. Eva is not having it. She's like, they need to keep my name out of their mouths. And then she calls them something very derogatory that is not going to come out of my mouth. But it's the same thing that Don Imus said about the Rutgers basketball team that got him fired. So you can look that up. Or if you saw the show, you know what she said. There's people on Twitter that are all mad and saying she should lose her job over it. I don't feel entitled to have an opinion. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I feel the same. It didn't faze Cynthia.
No, I just feel like people want her off the show in general. So, like, they're kind of using whatever she does wrong as a means to push that agenda.
I think that is true.
It's definitely, I can understand people who are like, that's horribly offensive. She has no place. But I'm like, really? If someone else said it, it might not be as much of an issue, you know? They're going to meet up because they're all going to Pride. So.
Yay.
Your favorite event.
My favorite event.
Weren't you supposed to volunteer for it? And then you didn't?
Yeah. I was supposed to hand out dental dams.
I think you made the right decision. We check in with Kenya and her baby, and her husband is not a nice guy.
No.
You were right, by the way. I have to give you credit, because last time you said bye-bye, like they're done, and I didn't know at the time. I looked it up after that, yeah, they're divorced.
They are.
Or they're divorcing, yeah. Not good.
No.
Well, you caught it early. I didn't think so until I saw this episode. That's what made me look it up, because I was like, oh, this is...
It's sick.
So she's FaceTiming with her husband, Mark, so he could say hello to the baby, right away criticizing, what's wrong with her hair? Why didn't you, like, fix her hair? Why is her hair messed up? Because she's a baby. You know what babies do? They mess up their hair.
Why are the dogs in the house?
Oh, I hate the dogs in the house.
And she's had those dogs for a long time, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but long before you came into the picture, too.
I hate the dogs in the house. Yeah, just so critical. And then she sets up the camera. She takes the baby out so that the baby could crawl to the FaceTime thing. And he's just talking about the baby like she's a possession, you know? He's like, oh, crawling, talking to. And Kenya's like, yeah, and she's doing so well in swimming. And she's the fastest baby out of all the kids. He's like, oh, competing with the other children now? Like, she's not allowed to be proud that the baby's doing great.
She seemed very upset.
She did. Yeah, and she's like, when are we going to see
Wait,
you?
I don't know. What did he say? I'll let you know.
Yeah, let you know.
She seemed very let down by him.
I feel horrible.
I do too.
But you know what?
And he has, I guess she mentioned in her talking head, he has 2 kids from a previous marriage.
So he thinks he knows everything, you know?
And that she's not up to the task.
Yeah, she said, like, he doesn't see how he's not letting me thrive as a parent. I'm glad they're divorcing because he's horrible, but I feel for her. I really do. But you know what? She got a beautiful baby from this man, and she's going to be a good mama. I think she really loves her baby. I know she's like a little weird because she didn't really have the right parenting growing up. I think that's what we're feeling. You know how we're like, wow, she's a little strange with her baby?
Yeah.
But her mother abandoned her,
yeah.
So it's tough. She's figuring it out as she goes. But I see real love for her child. I just think the situation with this guy is, yeah, as usual, the men. I love this scene with Cynthia and Noelle. First of all, Noelle is up there on the list of the housewives' kids that are like so... I don't know how this happens, that they are raised on television but come out so mature, so level-headed, so like bright, and they have boundaries and healthy. It's remarkable.
I wonder if Bravo like pays for their therapy.
They're just these incredible kids. Not all of them, but I find it's usually the firstborn and the girls.
The girls.
It's the girls.
Well, like Gia and Melania.
Gia is the one who's got a good head on her shoulders. Who's it? Brianna, Vicky's daughter. The eldest usually is the one, because, you know, it's almost like they know you better than the other kids do. So Noelle's talking about Cynthia and Mike, and she's like, I remember a few years ago when I said you had low self-esteem. Called her right out.
That was so good.
It was. And Cynthia wants to know, like, have you met any guys at college? And Noelle says, I've definitely met a few girls I was interested in romantically. And Cynthia's like, oh. So Cynthia in her talking head says, she told me she was fluid. I didn't know she was out there being fluid.
That was so good. That was so good. Why isn't she, Martha, let's stop. Why isn't she bisexual?
I don't know. You know what Noelle said? She doesn't like labels, and she doesn't want to be boxed into that. Yeah. I kind of get that, because with labels comes like all these prejudgments. She just wants to like, she's basically saying like, leave me alone. Like, Mom, I like girls, and that's it. Leave me alone. She doesn't want to have a label attached to her. I feel like fluid is just a way of saying like,
leave me alone.
I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to, and leave it be. Yeah, because it comes with like, I understand it. But Cynthia stops her because Noelle starts to say, I definitely went through, like, what does this mean? And Cynthia's like, oh, whoa. I just want you to be happy. I'm getting choked up. But it was like the perfect response. She's like, if you meet a guy who loves you and is good to you, that's a blessing. If you meet a girl who loves you and is good to you, that's a blessing. As long as you're happy, they love you, and they support you, that's all I care about. I care about you being with a good person.
That was lovely.
It was a nice way of handling it. What?
No, it was nice.
You always get the giggles when I get like emotional.
I do.
I should have like the classical music behind me. Like, that was so sweet.
And then me like the skipping record, like.
Well, you make me laugh though. You know what? You remind me of myself, because I'm like that too. Like in church or funerals, I start cracking up. When people are being really serious, it makes me laugh. I understand.
Mother's funeral, and I burst out laughing once.
All right. Well, I just thought it was nice that Cynthia handled this.
She did handle it very well. I didn't know she was being fluid. What did she say in her talking head?
She said she told me she was fluid. I didn't know she was out there
being
fluid.
That was good. She had a nice hat on too.
She did. I liked it. It was a Gucci hat.
Oh, it was
Noelle says that she's getting settled in. She just came home from college. And Cynthia's like, well, don't get too settled in. Oh.
That was good. I like Cynthia. She may be thirsty, but I like her. I'm thirsty for her.
I love her, and I think she is spectacularly beautiful. And every time she's on the TV, I'm distracted by it. It's funny because Eva's the one who won top model, but I'm not so taken with Eva's face like I am with Cynthia's.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree.
Cynthia has like these incredible cheekbones, and she's just like so whoa. Every time she comes on, I'm like...
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Amazing.
Yeah. And she just takes good care of herself as well.
Candy and Marlo are on a play date, and Marlo shows up with all these kids. So Candy's like, they're a muntie now? I guess meaning...
That's what they call her.
Like a mama auntie.
Very
this is sad. Oh, man. Marlo says her sister is bipolar and schizophrenic, and she got a call from one of the kids that they were taking mommy away, and she thought it was like police, and they said no, she's going to the mental ward. So Marlo had to take in all the kids, and she's taking care of them full time. And
5 months. It's been 5 months.
Candy says she feels like that is a harder job than birthing your own child. To have to take in somebody else's, more than one, multiple kids, and love them like your own, and give them that stability. That says a lot about Marlo as a person. It says a lot about
Marlo, and those kids are very lucky.
They could have wound up in a really bad situation without her. Yeah.
And they seem...
grateful.
Yeah.
They look at her.
Monty. Maybe I'll start calling you Monty.
With a C?
Yeah, exactly.
But then they talk about Nene. So Candy says Nene has reached out to her, that she was surprised about that, but I guess it's an indication she wants to move forward. She said she didn't know where she stood after the reunion. And she says she feels like the other ladies really need to get to know Marlo better, because Marlo kind of is known for just sticking up for Nene. And she's like, well, I tell Nene off, just not in front of everybody. Which, again, I feel like is what a good friend does.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Like, if I think my mom is wrong about something, in the moment, I will always have her back. But then privately, I'm like, that was...
You're wrong.
Yeah. I don't know what you were thinking. But in the moment, like, you don't throw your person under the bus.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Sort of like what Dolores is like with Teresa.
Yes. And then Candy's like, well, you didn't have my back over that whole closet thing. And Molly's like, well, look, you can't listen to people. She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I told you to go in that closet. I don't know why you were listening to me. That was definitely bad advice.
Yeah, that was bad advice.
And then the editors, bravo, what is up with this? The mean editing. It's not just this show. Candy and Marlo go to play with the kids. I love Ace so much. They go to jump on, I guess it's like a trampoline thing. Candy jumps and she falls, and they show it in slow motion. That was not necessary.
No. They do mention Craig being cancer-free as well.
Greg is cancer-free. Yes, that's good. Maybe they can heal. I don't know. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Now we're with Portia, and her friend Shamia is visiting, and I was dying because her baby Shia looks like you.
I know.
The same faces. That baby needs her own Twitter account. She's so funny. That's it. That's it.
That would be me. That probably was me.
As a baby. Well, Portia says that they've changed so much because they used to party together and talk about where they were going to go, and now it's all about the babies.
Well,
pump
they
and
also
dump.
did like a flashback of Portia twerking, and Martha, I want to know if you can twerk.
I don't know. No, probably not. I wouldn't even try.
If I had to do it because my life was in danger, then I would try to do it. Sorry to break the news, but I am not a twerker.
It's very sad to hear.
I know.
I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight.
I know. It took a lot for me to come out and say that. Being very vulnerable right now, and
Here I was thinking you were the next Miley Cyrus.
I'm a wrecking ball.
You are.
Yeah, I wrecked
I
your
would
heart.
love to see you on the ball, like the music video.
This would be me. This would be my thing.
So Portia slept with Dennis. She tells her friend that he spent the night. She's like, well, we were watching a movie, and it turned out it was a whole series, and then he was wanting to see the end.
I want to know what it was, but
I know. I'd love to know what they were watching. Whatever. It happened. I'm on Portia's side where she's like, I'm human. That's all it means.
And the 6 weeks was up?
Yeah. 6 weeks from the C-section, so she's allowed to do it again. Okay. It's okay. You know, she's kind of hard on herself about it because she says she feels like it's a setback because it gives him the wrong message. And then they show him kiss her in the morning.
Also, she says something to the cameraman.
Turn that off before I hurt you or something.
She seemed very uncomfortable in that scene when he's trying to kiss her, though.
Because she's not happy with him, and that's why she feels
And
like it was a mistake. It was a mistake, but, you know, not the end of the world. But she's like, now I gotta lock the box down. Well, so much for that, because as I'm sure most of you know, she is with him, and she posts about him all the time. Maybe they worked it out.
Maybe counseling.
Maybe it helped.
Help.
I hope so. I want the best for her, and I truly hope.
I think sometimes it's just easier to be with someone, you know, that you don't really care for than...
I think she really loves him, though. She's just mad in that scene.
But you know what? Shamia asked, do you think he would do it again? Didn't she ask him?
She said no.
I think he will. You know, my grandmother said to my mother, some men are just not meant to be monogamous, my dear.
Wow.
She said that about her own son.
I love Shamia's reaction to this because she's like, I knew it. I could smell it on you. I told Shia, don't hug her. Don't. I love that. That's how my mom is.
Is it?
My mom always knows. And she doesn't even see me. She just calls me. She's like, I know what you were doing. My mom is like connected to me. It's freaky. She's like my best friend. It's the weirdest thing.
Well,
She
you're
knows.
like that too. You know things.
I do know things. Yes, I do. Especially about you.
You knew that I was going to sleep through my class yesterday.
It was bothering me
at
all
7
day.
p.m.
To the point I'm mad at myself, and I hold myself responsible that he overslept. Because
what were
all
you gonna
day,
do?
I don't know, like come here and wake you up. I seriously, it was on my mind. The whole day I'm like, he's sleeping. Oh my God. He's going to miss his class. And then I heard from you, and I was like...
I missed my class, which was at 7 p.m.
See? It's all my fault.
Yep. Cut you out.
So Portia says that Dennis wants to go to counseling, and I don't know how open she is to the idea. She's very back and forth about it. But Shamia thinks she should go. I would go.
Yeah.
It's not just a boyfriend. It's now you have a child. So I would do whatever I could to at least make things amicable. But they're more than amicable now, so...
One thing I'll say about this scene that I found kind of distracting is that they were both drinking with paper straws.
They also, I mean, they're drinking, like, the way Portia says, oh, it's only 5% alcohol. Okay, I know what she's saying, but it's like, I really wouldn't say that on television. That, you don't even have to pump and dump. It's only 5% alcohol.
I love her, though.
I love her, too, but I was like, don't say that while the cameras are on. Oh, my God. I'm sure everybody has done something like that.
Paper straws upset me.
They don't work well.
No, they fall apart. Oh, God.
Kenya and Cynthia are visiting a spiritual shop.
My worst nightmare.
First of all, Kenya got a Tesla. I was very amused by her inability to work it properly, because that's how I would be. She's like, close, please.
I know.
Close.
Excuse, please.
That's how we would be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how those
Martha,
things...
it's not closing.
I like the idea of a Tesla. I think it's a cool car, but I don't like all the technology. That would make me nervous. I always think of, like, driving into water, how the old-fashioned windows that roll down are the ones where you'd survive.
Yeah.
Because a regular car now with everything electronic.
You're done.
Goodbye. Have fun. Hope you can break glass. Yeah. And they go into this shop. It was giving me the giggles because I have a cousin, a distant cousin, who runs a shop like this. Like, I saw some Santeria stuff in there.
Uh-huh.
Like, some of the names of, like, the spirits that are worshipped. But my cousin is a complete fraud. Much like this guy working at the shop. My cousin makes things up. Like, on Instagram, she will share her advice, like, you know, her predictions, and she's like, I said there would be a lot of rain, and now there's rain. It's in Spanish. She's an old Cuban lady. And then she said for Halloween, what you need to do to please the spirits is...
Go to her store.
No, it's even worse than that. Take a little pumpkin, put it outside, put some candy in it, take the children out. It's like, oh, so you should celebrate Halloween. That's what she said. Like, her spiritual advice for Halloween was take the kids trick-or-treating and put a bucket of candy outside for the kids to trick-or-treat. But she gets so much money from this. Anyway, this shop reminded me of her.
I don't like these stores.
A lot of my family doesn't like that. They're like, what? No. Why are you following her on Instagram? I don't take it seriously because it's nonsense. Not people's beliefs, but this lady, my cousin, is nonsense.
How old is she?
Old. Very old. And she uses Facetune on all her pictures, so, like, there's no face. She's all, like, hobbled over with this long red hair. She's like, hola. The whole point of this is Kenya's level of pettiness. Oh, my energy's bad?
So the whole thing, I mean...
She wants to go to the shop.
I don't know what's going on, because all I'm seeing is Kenya showing her true colors.
I have to say,
Didn't take her long.
I have to say, I don't think she's wrong about what she's telling Cynthia. I think it's silly that she's actually going to a spiritual shop. Like,
that's Kenya.
That is, oh, my energy's bad. What can I have for energy of women that want to throw dirt on my name? I need something for bad energy.
That's
Eva.
Kenya.
It is a little immature.
And it's going to come up again. She's going to make a comment about how she went to this store and you have bad energy. You know, it's she's exhausting me. I did like her coat, the plumage.
The thing is, Eva wasn't the one who said she didn't bring her kid because of Kenya. It was Cynthia who said that. Like, Eva just said, well, you know how this group can get. Somebody pointed this out in our comments, and it's what made me go look again. That's the truth. Cynthia was the one, you know, this is her first time really being around Kenya, and she's an energy person. Eva was not the one who said all that. She just said she was worried about bringing the kid to a group event. Now, she should have just made an excuse all around. Like,
or not gone.
Or just don't go. But in fairness to Eva, it was Cynthia who blurted that all out. And then what Kenya's telling her is, I was your ride or die, and now you're attaching yourself to this woman who has said not nice things about you. I don't really trust Eva. I don't necessarily trust Kenya either, but I just don't think Kenya's wrong in what she's warning Cynthia about. But then they showed the doll. Eva gave a doll to Brooklyn. And Kenya's like, yes, I will be returning it. And then they show the flashback. They're like, oh, how sweet. She's like, yeah, too bad Brooklyn won't be keeping it.
That was good.
Very Joan Crawford of her.
Yes.
Pick the gift you're keeping, give the rest away. I think I'm going to have to talk to my cousin about your energy.
Oh, please do.
I need some dragon's blood and sage.
I prefer dragon's butt.
Cynthia, Candy, and Eva are meeting up to buy dresses for New York City Pride.
At a bridal store.
Yep. But it has other beautiful dresses. Oh boy, Miss Dehydrated. Oh my God. A bridal shop. Cynthia's being very competitive about her friendship with Eva because Candy says that Eva told her first about being pregnant. Cynthia's like, I thought I was your best friend.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, Cynthia's like, she wears a necklace that says chill. And Candy has a talking head where she's like, when did these two become besties?
Yeah.
Cynthia usually goes hard for Kenya. Why are they like all of a sudden okay? I find it a little weird too. And even Eva kind of looks a little bit like calm down.
Yeah.
That is really strange. I don't know why Cynthia's so clingy with her.
Well, somebody said in the comments that she begged to come back for this season too. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that has something to do with it. She's just trying to insert herself into any kind of drama that she needs to in order to make Bravo happy.
Cynthia mentioned she's upset about, where she stands with Nene because they have such a long history together. And she's going to put that aside because New York City Pride is very important and it's the 50th anniversary of Stonewall. And so she's not going to let her pettiness with Nene interfere in that.
And the 50th anniversary of Judy's death.
That might be, to some, an even bigger deal.
It is.
They start talking about Eva's kids because Cynthia's kind of responsible for this whole mess right now. Eva's like, I'm not going to apologize for not bringing my kids to Kenya's thing. I'm going to say it now, and I will say it again and again and again. I don't know Kenya. I don't know Kenya's middle name. I don't even know her real eye color.
Does anyone know her real eye color?
But she is just not going to apologize for not bringing her children to some place where she wasn't comfortable. I don't fault her for that. She's protective of her children. I guess Eva's the kind of person who's like, I don't care what people think. Fine, yeah. I didn't bring my kid because I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe Cynthia just said what Eva was thinking, and that was that.
But it's gotten very blown out of proportion, and I feel like Cynthia's not doing enough to pull it back and be like, you're making a much bigger deal than you need to. Like, she didn't like come out and say, like, I'm not bringing my kids around Kenya. She just wasn't sure. You know what I mean? She kind of, Cynthia, there's a reason she looks so nervous.
Yeah.
She's like, Eva starts going off on Portia. I don't know why they're so mad at Portia. Portia didn't really do anything except joke around with Eva about why didn't you bring your kids? I wanted to see the kids in their costumes. And Eva's like, Portia needs to mind her business. I could forward her some blogs she could pay attention to. She's still healing from her C-section scar and she's worried about my kids. This hasn't gone well because I think they're like unfollowed each other on Instagram, that your favorite subject.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why Eva is blaming Portia so much because Portia didn't really do anything. Cynthia blurted it out and Kenya ran with it and Kenya's being dramatic.
Yeah.
I hate what Portia's going through so much.
No, I was just thinking that this man really is just a waste of life.
He's horrible.
I mean, if somebody did that to you while you were pregnant, I'd want to, like, euthanize him. It's sick. I mean, cheating is one thing. Having an affair is one thing, but especially, like the sister said, when you're down, they want to kick us when they're down. As if pregnancy isn't horrible to begin with for a lot of women.
So what we see is Portia driving to therapy. And she says, I have bubble guts, which I love. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, me too.
I know that feeling. She's nervous. She's talking to her sister the whole way there. And her sister's telling her, like, I don't want you to have to go through this because I'm dealing with it. And Portia says that. She's like, I can see me and Dennis going down that dark path that my sister Lauren has with her baby's father, where it's just so toxic. It's like a music video. They're playing the sad music. Portia goes into counseling, and then they show like the clouds rolling and the flowers, and Portia comes out hysterical 35 minutes later. Then she's home. Lauren comes. Portia's devastated. She tells Lauren that this guy admitted to having sex with Selma while Portia was pregnant. And she feels like it's unforgivable. She doesn't want to be with him. Lauren is crying. And the thing is, Lauren is kind of saying, because I think Lauren sees the reality, Portia's making it sound like she's going to be like Lauren. Like, I'm going to free myself. I'm going to be on my own. I don't need this. You're living your best life. And Lauren's looking at her like, first of all, the grass is always greener. Like, she's not so happy.
Yeah.
But also, she's like, I don't want you to be a single mom. Being a single mom is really, really, really tough. And she's like, whatever comes out of this, whether it's with Dennis or not, she's like, it's not going to be with Dennis. It's not. She's like, eh. Well, of course, now we know she is with him. But in this moment, she's just so, so, so incredibly hurt. And she feels like, why do I have to be with someone? And the way I watched you take the stuff that you didn't deserve. You didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve this. No, nobody deserves it. I truly pray that maybe he changes ways.
Yeah, that would be nice. Don't fuck with Portia.
You know what really got me? Was when she said she feels like none of it was real.
I know.
And they show all the flashbacks of this man with her pregnancy, so happy, taking pictures of the sonogram, rubbing her belly, being so happy when they announced the birth, proposing, the footage from her giving birth, like, and her sister says, and I wanted to say it like while I was watching, that doesn't mean it's not real. You know, your daughter was born from that love and everything you felt. It's just, he's an idiot. That really sums it up.
He's awful.
He's an idiot. I could say that about most men. But I get what she's saying, where she's like, I just want somebody to go, wake up. This didn't really happen.
I know. I think about that with the cats. Like, wait, oh my God, Martha, I had a dream that I owned 3 cats. Same thing.
I think about that all the time. There's a lot of things where I'm like, oh, that didn't really happen.
It did.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave us comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. You gave us a lot of insights on the last episode. I was like, I changed my opinion about a lot of things based on the comments and some information. Because like I said, I didn't watch this from the beginning, Atlanta. I kind of only watched recently. But I've been doing my homework and going back and watching older episodes. So I'm kind of seeing the perspective of people who commented. We'll see. I'm still holding out hope for Kenya. I don't know. I can't hate her. I know she's supposed to be a villain. I don't hate her. I think she's just...
She just said the same thing about Danielle. Stop.
Okay, I will say this. In my rankings of people that I like have compassion for, but I'm like, I don't hate them, but they're terrible. Danielle's like number 1. Okay, she's like the most horrible. The ratio of compassion to dislike, very, very low for Danielle. With Kenya, I'm like 50-50. I feel for her, but I also am very wary of her behavior. So I don't know.
It's fair, I guess.
I'm like that with Nene too. Like, I know Nene's out of control, but Nene's not a bad person.
No, Nene isn't. Bye.